Hello again. I want to tell you about one of the cool things that happened in the run up to Christmas, the day after solstice in fact. Wanting to go somewhere in the Ludlow area that was kind of cool, funky, interesting, right up my street, connecting around the solstice. Of course, I've just done my previous video about what I did actually on the solstice itself. But looking around, there's wanting to make use of my National Trust membership, and I saw that Croft Castle had some really excellent ancient trees, or at least it mentioned that briefly on its website. So I decided that we'd go with Croft Castle. So come the next morning, do all the things we need to do, and off we go to Croft Castle. And it turns out to be a really thick, foggy day. I like my fixer trees. One of the reasons I come this way to work sometimes. Gives me a sense of grounding, of connection, thinking about the trees, how long they've been here, what they've seen and experienced, being here through the seasons, that kind of empathetic, meditative thinking about the organic pace of life, of growth, and that makes me, in my mind, decelerate and calm down and sort of want to take things at the pace of a tree, which if you're familiar with the Lord of the Rings in its written form, the Entmoots are things of wonder and spectacle because they take things at the pace that a tree would. Right, anyway, Croft Castle. Get there and it's a really thick fog. Discovered there's an ancient tree walk, so you can actually go on about an hour's walk if you're going to do it at a fairly brisk pace, of lots and lots of ancient trees, ancient oaks and veteran oaks, sweet chestnuts, and even an ancient hawthorn orchard. And apparently the only one in the UK. I was looking at them and observing that they all seem to be particularly gnarled with split trunks. And then the information board says like that hawthorns usually go for about 100 years, live for about 100 years. But these have been trained, done in such a way to go on for about 400 years, or at least some of them have. Absolutely stunning. So walking around Croft Castle estate, the landscape, and it's just a thing of marvel of oh wow again and again, and getting a really good vibe from it. So I did the ancient tree walk. Thick fog, so many skeletal, gnarled, twisted trees. One tree in particular had a large broken off limb, and it looked almost like some kind of elemental entity striding between the avenue of ancient trees, perhaps a demon in some kind of state of arousal. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll let you figure that one out if you can spot it. Past the Croft Castle itself, back to the car for some lunch, and then a short descent into Fishpool Valley, a circuit there. Yeah, the millpool's an interesting colour from the clay and particles, I assume, that feed down through the valley. The trees, again, different than the ancient hawthorn, sweet chestnut and oaks, mainly pine trees down there. Some beech higher up. Just such a vibe, different vibe going on, different smell. The leaf mould, a dominant smell. Love it. There's a grotto, a Gothic pump house. I kid you not. The mist and fog was hanging around the trees very atmospherically, lending itself to another world feel. It's going to be interesting going back there when the weather's brighter sometime, maybe on a beautiful late spring or summer's day, everything in full leaf. Because the sense of having been to another world, a place where like reality has a completely different veneer, and not just veneer, actual substance as well. Brilliant. So it's nice seeing trees in the sunshine and full leaf, but by goodness, it's amazing seeing them in thick fog, in skeletal, gnarled, twisted forms feeling like it's just taking you somewhere else completely different indeed.